What's going on, guys? It's Julian. You're watching the Iron Will online program right now. So we are on push day. It's the first day, first time you're really looking at this. If you have no idea what's going on already, watch the video before this explaining the whole program just so you kind of get the whole gist of it, what's going on. Today's push day. So the first exercise we're going to show you is the floor press. As you can see right here, I'm kind of stationed in a power rack. Or any sort of squat rack will work really, really well. You can't do this out of a bench, but what you really want to do is set this thing up so these hooks are within grabbable distance. When you need to grab the bar out, you can just grab it. You don't have to like hike it up or anything like that. You'll see what I'm talking about when we actually start demoing the exercise. But find yourself a power rack to get this set up. So the first step to the floor press is to get your eyes directly under the bar. So I'm just gonna lay back here and I'm gonna do my best to talk so you can hear me while I'm lying down. But first thing I'm gonna do to get everything set up in the right spot is to get my eyes right under this bar, which they're pretty good right now. So step one's real simple. Step two is to basically push my ribs up as I grab the bar. So what I'm gonna try to do is unflatten my back. I'm gonna try to create a small arch between my hips and my upper back and my neck. So I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades and try to grab the ground with my shoulder blades. So I'm squeezing together and I'm pushing my ribs up. It's the second little tip. The third step is to grab the bar evenly. So what you do with that is you just use these little rings to help you. It doesn't matter how wide or how close, as long as it's even on both sides. So I'll just put my pinky on the ring to start. And then we're gonna try to bend the bar. So what that means is you're gonna squeeze the bar and you're gonna try to rotate those elbows in and grab it like that. We're gonna lift it off here. Now, the movement itself is really simple. You just hold your position. You keep these ribs up, you keep bending the bar, those elbows come in, and then you guide this bar just below my chest and my elbows will touch the ground. Right here. And then you press straight up. You don't need to like slam into the ground like that, that's no fun. So you want to keep your chest up and just gently guide the bar down and press right off the ground. So it's kind of like a half motion bench press. This one's going to work your triceps quite a bit and it's going to get you used to guiding this bar down where it needs to go in the next part of the program when you're actually benching off of a flat bench press. Now we're moving on to A1 and A2. Now if you look on the chart, these things are paired together. It's called a superset or a compound set. There's a little difference, but they're generally the same thing. So we're talking about A1, which is the flat dumbbell press. So you're gonna need 2 dumbbells with this one, and you'll be doing this off of a bench. So this is a good little preparation for bench press, regular flat barbell bench press, which is coming up in part 2 of this program. So it's a good little introduction. Get yourself 2 dumbbells, put them right on your thighs, and you're gonna puff your chest up before you even come back because you really want the same position as the floor press. That ribs up position, same thing. Really what you're trying to do, kind of rock back with these dumbbells so you can get them straight up in the air. Now this is the start position. Really the only difference between this movement and the floor press is I have a bench to deal with. So I'm kind of maneuvering in this bench. The first step is to drive your feet into the ground. You don't want to be gentle with your feet. You don't really want your feet here or hooked under the bench or anything like that. You want to get them nice and wide and push them into the ground. Number 2 is you're going to guide these dumbbells nice and deep. So what that means is you want to get a big stretch. You want to lower these things down almost below your chest. Stretch out your chest, your pecs. Press straight up. If you notice the dumbbells are kind of angled like this, these just keep my elbows in and tucked instead of out here, nice and wide. So I'll tuck them in a little bit and just continue to keep my ribs up and just press them like this. When you're done, do a little sit up. Takes a little practice, but you'll get it. All right, so now we're on A2. This is paired with your flat dumbbell press. This is a plate front raise. So I just have a little 10-pound plate, just looks a lot bigger than it actually feels. The 2 main cues of this one, it's a really simple movement. You just want to raise this plate with a straight arm. So you don't want to bend your elbows or anything like that. You want to push the plate away. And step 2 is to raise it to eye level. just like this. You really don't need to go all the way up here or anything like that. Most of the muscle activation that you want is in the front deltoid right here, which most of the benefit comes from going to eye level or a little bit above. Nothing too crazy with this. Just try to control it the entire time. Be very deliberate with your movements. You know, none of this. Take it nice and slow. All right, now we're moving on to the B circuit. So B1, B2, another superset, another pair back to back. This one's gonna focus on your triceps. So it's B1, and this is the overhead tricep extension. So you'll only need one dumbbell of this. You're gonna kind of hike it up onto your shoulder, cup it like so. You don't wanna like grab it like this. You wanna kind of wrap your thumbs around, and then move it behind your body and behind your head. So the trick with this one is to rotate your elbows in as much as you can before you even start moving. This will guide your elbows in the right direction. And then the next step is to tuck my chin, so pull my head down and also tuck my ribs. So I'm not extended like this. So tuck my chin and ribs, elbows in, and then I'm gonna bend my elbows back, keeping my elbows in. They're gonna wanna pop out, keep them in, and then extend straight up like this. Big stretch in the back. You should feel this right in the back of your arm and the triceps. Once again, be very slow, very deliberate. You're trying to work the muscles here. No need to bang them out like that. Okay, so B2, this is paired with your overhead tricep extension. It's a reverse crunch. Doesn't require any weight at all, unless you want to get really advanced with it down the road. But really all you need is a floor and a mat just to keep your back nice and comfortable. So what you're gonna do is lay right on your back, just like so. You're gonna place your arms out nice and wide for a base of support so you can get some balance and you can actually use your core with this exercise. The 2 steps, really simple. You're gonna relax your head. You want to basically try to roll your pelvis back and bring your knees to your chest area. So if you see when I do that, my butt actually comes off the mat, and I'm using these abs to do that. Number 2 is to breathe out with every rep. Just like that. If you breathe out with every rep, it'll keep your abs working, and you really want to breathe out with your stomach, not just a little something like that. You want to breathe out deep. Right in here. Really changes the effectiveness of the exercise. But overall, not too complicated. If you need to make this harder, you can extend your legs all the way out and do the exact same thing. Just like that. All right, so moving into the conditioning, these are both timed exercises, so make sure you have a stopwatch with you so you can time all your sets. Just keep it right in front of you so you can watch and you know when you're done. We're gonna start with a mountain climber first, C1. So the mountain climber, you're gonna be in a push-up position. You don't have to do any push-ups, but you're in that same spot. All you're trying to do is bring your knee towards your elbow like this, without hiking up your hip like that. So you wanna stay in this low position and drive that knee forward and then switch. After you get better at it, you can pick up the speed and make sure you're breathing with it just like your reverse crunch. Just like that. Stay low, keep your butt from going up in the air. All right, so C2 paired with the mountain climber is the burpee, another timed exercise. So once again, keep your phone handy, hit that start timer, time yourself, and adjust as the weeks go on. The burpee itself is really straightforward. There's a lot of ways to do them right. I'll show you a few different variations and you can pick one. The standard burpee is hit the ground. So go from a standing position all the way to the ground. So I'll hit the deck down here. You can climb yourself down, you can kind of hop down like what I just did. And then typically what you do is you bring your whole body off the ground, step through, and jump. That's the regular burpee. So nothing too graceful about it. Hit the ground, pick yourself back up, jump in the air, throw your hands up, go again. The more advanced burpee, hop down, do a push up, then jump up. Much more fast, much more dynamic, a little bit more advanced. So it looks like this. That's the advanced burpee. You can get them off way faster. See, I'm already huffing and puffing. I only did 3. So set your timer. Try to get as many as you can in that time period.